Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. In this video, we will have our discussion on understanding the conjunction of Rahu with Sun in our natal chart. So guys, we have already had our discussion on Rahu's placement in different houses, and just before this, we already had our discussion on Rahu's conjunction with Moon. So now we will move forward and we will try to understand Rahu's influence on Sun. Because guys, the importance of Sun in Vedic astrology cannot be undermined, and Rahu sees Sun as its arch enemy. It's because of this combination only the eclipse condition takes place. And as you know that if you follow Vedic astrology, if you believe in any sort of omens, or if you have this notion that nature is also alive, nature also communicates with us through omens, through giving us right sort of intuitions and all. So all those people, all the believers, they never initiate anything at the time of eclipse. People try to keep it calm, they try to postpone their important events, their travels. So imagine if this sort of caution is followed when this alignment is taking place in the transit in the sky. Imagine in someone's life who has got this combination in his natal chart. So because of which we will try to get into the deeper side or the metaphysical side of this conjunction in someone's natal chart. So guys, before we will start our discussion, let's first try to understand the contribution of these two participating players individually. So guys, when we talk about Rahu and Ketu, so as you know that Rahu is responsible for our ambition, for our growth, for our intuition in this lifetime. I would say that guys, in a way, Rahu and Ketu act as a genetic code. Rahu and Ketu only act as a karmic knot in our life. Like, trust me on this thing, if someone is going to have a very well placed Rahu and Ketu in his natal chart, and Moon is somehow getting benefited because of the Rahu and Ketu, because your Moon nakshatra, let's say for example, is of Adra, Swati, Sadbisha, and Rahu is well placed in a good houses, in the Gemini sign, in the like Virgo sign, the Lord is also well placed, then trust me, you do not have to run very hard, or you do not have to struggle a lot. Whatsoever is meant for you, nature will keep on providing you at the right times. So, and guys, when we talk about the negative side of Rahu, so definitely all sort of bad company, sort of anti-social, anti-lawful activities are also somehow connected with Rahu only. In a way, Rahu represents the kind of thoughts which comes to our mind. And when we talk about the living signification, so somehow Rahu represents our paternal grandfather and our in-laws. Now guys, when we talk about Sun, so beyond doubt, all the planets reflect the light which they originally receive from the planet Sun. So because of which guys, Sun represents our fame, creativity, doing something very new, innovative. If you actually want to become a pioneer in any given field, it has to be well supported by Sun in the natal chart. And along with that guys, your connections with the people who are connected with the government, or your connection with the prominent people in the society, recognition prospects, all of that is somehow connected with the planet Sun. Now guys, when we talk about the conjunction results, so definitely it is not as kind of vulnerable as it could be when you will find Sun to be conjunct with Ketu, because in those kind of scenarios it can actually create a identity crisis related situation. Because when we talk about which planet represents our soul, which planet tells about how we will exert our individuality, any of the concerns of body vitality, somehow all of that is connected with the planet Sun only. And Ketu is a kind of a Ketu is a headless planet, Ketu is a very intuitive planet. So unless and until if you want to become a yogi, you completely want to abandon your life and become a renunciate and completely devote yourself to the path of moksha, nirvana, enlightenment, then Sun-Ketu combination can actually work out in a beneficial way for you. But when we talk about a material life and success in the material world, I would say Sun-Rahu combination in certain cases can actually grant you the success. And also guys, because we are living in that day and age where societies are not that judgmental, like people are getting famous these days, people are getting rich because of how much controversy they are stirring up, how much scandalous their life is. So in today's modern context, in certain cases, this combination can actually be responsible for giving you success as well. So now guys, first of all, it's like whenever I'm making any video, I don't know, somehow my surrounding environment starts communicating with me or start giving me cues. So just in the morning only, when I was just going through my Instagram feed, I saw this one post by on Washington Post, where they covered one article on Megan Fox, where she revealed that she has some sort of disorder where she has this kind of phobia regarding some perceived flaw regarding her appearance. Now imagine, now this is a typical scenario of the Sun and Rahu combined energy, because Sun, which represents fame, your identity, your recognition, and Rahu acts like, Rahu can actually blemish the best of the best things as well. Now imagine a model, a celebrity who is the favorite of all the fashion labels, all the cosmetic beauty products, as a symbol of beauty, and she, in her own psychological state, irrespective of proving herself in the field in which she wanted to establish herself, inner monologue or within her, she is going through this kind of, or she's fighting this battle. So this is a kind of a typical quality which generally the conjunction of Sun and Rahu can manifest. So guys, now talking about the like I would say that when we talk about the flaw side of this conjunction, because we will highlight the flaw side more. So one thing is for sure, that anything to do with the fame, anything to do with the government, now it hardly matters in which house this conjunction is taking place, that will be surrounded by uncertainty, that will be surrounded by controversy or scandal for sure. Now you cannot expect with this combination that you want to get a government job, you want to work for the government, anything to do with the media business with a very immaculate public image. That is not going to happen for sure. That is one thing. Now again, depending on field to field, profile to profile, occupation to occupation, so you never know, you might become a very sensationalized journalist, you might become a any of those I forgot what do we call that, reality show star something, where all the time you're surrounded by controversy and scandals. So that is one thing for sure. And let's say for example, if you're working in any traditional community, you already worked very hard to get into a government job, so now you have to keep on doing remedies because you have got this combination in your natal chart. It's not like that this yoga is getting formed only in the transit, it is present there in your natal chart. So I would say that like specifically recitation of Aditya Hridaya Stotra will become very important, and donating the item of Rahu will become very important, like the way jaw is connected with barley is somehow connected with the Rahu. So donating that item or putting it in a flowing water or keeping a silver piece in your pocket or a small elephant made up of solid silver. So these are all the remedies which are required if you do not want to get entangled in any sort of scandal or controversy within the place where you are operating, where you are working. Also guys, when we talk about, because Sun somehow represents our body vitality as well. So a lot many times people who have to go through like chronic fatigue issue, or if you are falling sick, the problem is not getting diagnosed, that could also be responsible because of this conjunction Sun and Rahu in your natal chart. And also guys, a lot many times it has been seen that all those people who became a victim of theft, and in majority of the cases being robbed or being kind of scammed by their own employees. So let's say for example, you have a store and you keep on facing these issues of shoplifting or things getting stolen, and very late you got to know that it was your own employees only who were stealing from you. So this could also be one of the indicative result of Sun Rahu combination. Also guys, when we talk about your relationship with the father, so let's say for example, if this combination is specifically taking place in the first house, then we say that it's like native's fortune will only awaken when he will start living separately, or he will be away from his father, because this is how the astrology and the planetary vibrations start affecting us. And also guys, like the way it has been mentioned that the time period from the age 22 till age 45, native might have to struggle. So after this stage, native, like after 45 years of age, your success or all the due recognition which you deserve will start coming in. But within the this gap, like from 22 till 45, native has to struggle, and the struggle will be more paramount. Let's say for example, if you are working in either of the fields represented by these two planets, like you're working for the government or Rahu related fields, like anything to do with the electronics business, or anything to do with the alcohol or liquor business. So these people who are chiefly operating in the businesses represented by these two planets, which are causing a eclipse sort of yoga in their chart, they might have to struggle within the age gap which I just mentioned. Now guys, when we talk about the certain houses, so generally what has been mentioned and what has been found is that specifically if you will find this combination in the 9th house and the 12th house, over there this conjunction can create maximum issues, because 12th house somehow represents our visit to hospital, prisons, hidden enemies. So Sun's combination or Sun's conjunction with Rahu in the 12th house might give rise to that people are always plotting behind your back, or you might have hidden enemies. There are people who are inimical towards you, they are plotting against you, and any of the scandals, any of the invasion or tax related issue could land you in trouble. So you have to follow sincere remedies if this combination is taking place in your 12th house. Now guys, when we talk about 9th house, so like the way you know that Rahu is the one planet which cannot be trusted in the matters of luck, specifically leap of faith. It is a kind of a planet which will create so much illusion around you that it will keep on building up hope, and at the last moment it will strike you down. So in the 9th house and the 12th house, it can create issue. Now guys, in the 5th house, certain times it has been seen that it can still manifest good results, because in the original Kal Purush Kundli, irrespective of the Lagna or 5th house somehow carries the energies of the planet Sun. So this combination taking place in your 5th house can still manifest good results. Now guys, like the way at the beginning of this video I started with this note that this combination in today's time, day and age, can bring good results as well. So the good results can come in the form of that it can give over the top ambition to the native. Native might be very driven in the life, or in order to fulfill his ambitions or his the goals, he might not even hesitate in cutting corners or kind of maneuvering himself to his advantage. And also guys, in the day and age of social media, where if you want to become famous, being in the news all the time, being surrounded by in all the social media handles becomes very important, and Rahu is very important planet for all of that. So it can actually make you very adept in mastering or monitoring or managing your public image to the best of your interest. So for anything to do with the ambition, recognition, foreign contacts, gaining out of scandals, there are those people whose whole career have got ruined just because of one scandal, and there are those people and those careers who have been built layer by layer on the scandals. So again guys, now everything comes down to that in which house, in which sign this combination is taking place, how that sign lord is placed, is is this conjunction is being aspected by benefic planets or it is being aspected by malefic planets. So a lot will go into the play. But yes, with this kind of combination in today's modern day and age, where there is a rat race of success and you have to be adept and mastered enough in handling your social media image, so I would say this combination in certain cases can be responsible for your success as well. So yes guys, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. For furthermore updates and notifications on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page. Dhanyavad.